Hi guys, good to have you all back. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. If you are in the Netherlands, you're enjoying yourself because the weather is fantastic. Yes, tomorrow and the next day, couple of days, not so much. So enjoy spring while it lasts. Okay, I have a cup of tea out. Doesn't mean this is going to be a long video, guys. No. I went thrifting yesterday in the sunshine. Yes, loved it. I have a small haul, but I have some lovely stuff that I want to share with you guys. Okay? Okay. Well, grab your own cup of tea. It's nice and warm, and let's start. I'm gonna do categories. Yes. Well, let's start with haberdashery. Not a lot, but some lovely items. I found a couple of pieces of fabric. This is actually sort of a curtain. I think you guys call it a valance. We call it a valletje. It's a small sort of piece of curtain that you put on a rod on a kitchen window. But it was just cute. It's sort of a linen type of material. I love the lace on the top. That is very fantastic. And then the embroidery here. So you could basically make this into sort of a journal cover, but I'll probably just take off the lace on the top, yeah, and then use this here as a pocket or side tuck or something. And it was just lovely. It's not big, but it was 80 cents, so comes home with me. Might even try to coffee dye it. Probably not. Yeah, I found some florals. Guys. I'm trying to keep away from the florals because I already have so many. But these were just classic. Also, they didn't have a lot of lovely fabric, and I really wanted to take some with me. So I found this piece of curtain because it already has sort of a seam on the bottom. Yeah, I do love these strippies with the numbers and the colors. Yeah, really cool. So a big piece, you can probably make at least 4 journal covers out of it. It's a classic rose. And I love the colors. Very peachy and cute. This would be a fantastic color for the Valentine's kit, yeah? Then another piece of florals. Completely different material. This is more like the material that you embroider on. Stramine, I don't know what you call it, guys. It is actually a sort of more like a panel, a big panel with roses. Now, you could make a journal cover out of this, but you will lose like the big sort of, this. This would be fantastic if I knew how to sew and make a pillowcase out of this. But maybe someday I will. Or someone that loves me knows how to make a pillowcase and is like, oh my gosh, yes, I'll make you a pillowcase. And it was just 50 cents and I really liked it. And I also really like this. I'm trying to figure out other ways to use fabric. And I think this is just amazing, right? And made in the United Kingdom. Top, really? Yes, it is. And then the last one is also florals, but in my opinion, a little bit more vintagey. I don't know if this fabric is actually vintage. It does feel older. It does feel older. It's quite a large piece. It's actually 45 centimeters big, which is about, oh my gosh, what would it be, like 20 inches? I don't know. And then 3.5 meters long. So it's a really long piece. I paid €1.75 for it, so nearly nothing. But it's separate sort of compartments with florals. And I think you can make a journal cover from these two, or do it like this, or just cut out the strips. Very versatile, in my opinion. Also, pretty. And it was just €1.75. So it goes with the collection. Then a couple of other things that I found. I have these two, probably closures for suspenders or belts or something. And I use these to make journal closures with. I cannot really tell you how I'm going to do this, but with a piece of ribbon and maybe a brad or a button or I don't know. But they were just 10 cents. This is a silver one. And then I have these two, more in a copper color. And I'm thinking to make these into sort of tag toppers. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. They were just lovely and they were just 10 cents. And then I found one piece of ribbon for 40 cents, 2 meters and 15 centimeters. So well, quite a large piece. And well, as you can tell, it's gingham. Now, I'm hoping you're not sick of the gingham yet. Because I'm not, especially not tomorrow. Watch tomorrow's video, guys. I'm going to use a lot of gingham in there. Yeah, classic. In my opinion, absolute classic. So that was it for haberdashery. And then I went to the office supplies. Yeah, found loads. Let me show you. I found some interesting, but most of all useful items. I found a small little handmade, this is just very, very beautiful, address book. You know, name, telephone, or telephone book. The paper looks like either handmade or recycled paper, so I'll probably take this little book apart. Doesn't this look lovely? Yes, make a small journal in it. Yeah, I think if you can just, remove this, most likely, I don't know if it's glued, you can take it apart. Handmade, and this is handmade by TM Designs in Byron Bay. With a telephone number. Yeah, and what did I pay for it? 25 cents, there you go. Envelopes, I found envelopes. Now these are a little bit more vintagey, aren't these just lovely? I would have paid 20 cents for this thing with the label on it alone, because that is really, really vintagey. Now they're really cute, nice small envelopes. Look at the closure thingy. Isn't that just pretty? Yes, well, it's pretty. And I have loads, so I'll probably use them. Speaking of envelopes, more envelopes. Now, these are not very, very special. I didn't know what they look like because it was closed up. And I was like, well, it's envelopes. And it was 70 cents. I cannot go wrong with these. And I was thinking they have like the closure, with the peel off self-stick thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? But they're not. Look at this. These are actually sort of more luxury envelopes for more postcards. Look at the flap. I don't have these. Well, I do now. I thought they had like the strip that you take off and with the self-adhesive. More the office envelopes. And they're really good quality as well. How many were in this? It did say so on the package. 25 pieces. There you go. Then I found these. These are definitely not from the Netherlands. Tesco value. Let me know. Is this UK or is this the US? I think it's UK. Tesco.com? I don't know. But gummed envelopes. 20 pieces. I don't think these were bought in the Netherlands. No. But I love them. Look, yes. It's sort of the brownish paper. You can make these look very, very vintagey. I'm going to try to make a window in these. Or just use them. I paid another 75 cents for 20 of them. Gummed Tesco envelopes. We love them. Okay, more paper. Sort of a notepad for lettering. For calligraphy. I'm not going to try that. No, designed by Studio Suikerzoet. Sugar Sweet. Okay, I have never heard of them, but they're probably a thing. Yeah, and it has different types of papers in it. See, you can do no. But I like the paper. This is with the lines that you can sort of practice on. Then you have some white cardstock. You have some more ivory or watercolor cardstock. I don't know, guys. And then you have this. I like this. And in the back there was this marbled paper. All in A5 size. And I paid 20 cents for it. If you can buy cardstock, yes, like this for 20 cents, you pick it up. Because cardstock can be expensive. Then I have a small paper pack. Paid 20 cents for it. With metallics. I don't do a lot with metallics, but you never know. And I was thinking, I do have a die set with gears and such, or with keys. And I think these would be lovely to use to make the gears with, because then they look bronze and you can maybe distress them. Speaking of distressing, I'm just going to find out what happens if I do this. Well, there's sort of another layer underneath, but it's not, well, if you do your best, you can take it off. So you can also distress them. So I have some of this lovely orange copper. a couple of them. Well, actually a lot. And then gold that also has sort of a, can you tell, sort of a structure in it, like it's fabric. So some lovely golds. Do you want to do the test? It's probably the same. I think it's from the same sort of manufacturer. Yeah, you can distress it. It just becomes dull. And then the bottom one, that was really interesting. It's embossed with, I think it's a dragon or a fish, a koi. Well, I don't know. Lovely. Can you see it? Yes. I was thinking, oh, that's amazing for a page in a journal. Yeah. And a couple of those as well for 20 cents. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Then, this is pergamano paper or parchment paper. You can do all sorts of, I don't know, a project with this card making. I never do that, no. And I already tried it out, guys. It is sort of a vellum. And I was thinking, well, if it's sort of a vellum, you can probably print on it. And I can. Do not make the mistake to tell to your a printer that this is glossy paper. Just trick your printer. I printed it out as it was glossy paper. That didn't really work out. And then I just printed it as normal heavy paper on my printer. And it printed beautifully. Yeah, and I think this could be rather expensive. I don't know the real price of this. But I just paid 75 cents for 10 pieces. Now, to be honest, they had a whole bunch of these. I am very sad I didn't take all of them. But maybe you can find some. Then, this one as well is also pergamano paper. Or parchment paper. Tracing paper, whatever you want. Just 50 cents. I don't know how much is in here. But this is just a smaller size. It's an A5. Yeah, and I have an A5 setting on my... most printers have these lobbies. So I can also print on this. Now, I don't know what this paper is. I paid 25 cents for it. I think it's sort of a tissue paper. But I do not know for sure. But hey, it's a mystery pack of paper. It is tissue paper. Oh, but it's lovely. It's just small pieces. I don't know, guys. Should I try to print on it? It's not real tissue. It's more... It's not vellum and it's not tissue. It's the in-between paper. I'm going to try to print on it. I'll probably need to trick my printer by taping it on the top. Or use glue and then put it through your printer and see. I don't know. Experiment waiting to happen. And it's a lot. Then I found this. Autograph sheets of paper for an album. Okay. It's probably for a reception book. It does say so here. Like if you have a reception, like if you're a wedding or an anniversary or what have you. Yeah, where was this bought originally? Oh, look at all the boo-boo tape. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You don't need this, love. You have a digital for this. Oh, it's stuck now. Yeah, so someone retaped it a while ago. It was just 90 cents. I'm gonna rip it, guys. I'm gonna rip it. So I haven't seen the inside yet. But I was thinking, well, we cannot go wrong with this. Right? You can maybe make labels. Reception. There you go. And then we also have this. Oh, they're lovely. Oh, yes, they're lovely. I can just cut them out and make these into labels. Yes. Signature, name, street. Well, you know, where do you live? Your telephone number. Really? Do you know how long telephone numbers are now? Well, it's older because it doesn't say email address. Yeah. So, might be even a little bit vintagey. And I have loads. So I'm going to share with some of my friends. It's just cool. Okay, I'm going to keep this for last for now. It does say photo album. I think it's a little bit weird of a shape for a photo album. It's almost falling apart, but that's quite all right. I'm going to take it apart. I bought it merely for the spiderweb vellum. Now, the spiderweb vellum is a little bit different, in my opinion, than what I normally find. I think it's a little bit different. And I also like the size of it. Because most photo albums I have with the vellum are more like a square. And this is, well, a bigger one. And then as a bonus, also a beautiful heavy paper that I can probably also print on. And if I take this out, will take me a while, love. Take this out. But I'm going to take this out. I will leave all the holes intact. I just paid, what did I pay for it? €1. Oh, €1 for paper. That's quite all right. Okay, these ones. I think you call these decals, or, well, it says textile transfers, but this is from Germany. Yeah. But this is, well, it is for textile. It does say on the back, I do it with an iron and what have you. But I was thinking I might make a lovely fabric journal cover with no real focal point on it. And then I could put this on. Right? I don't know. Well, it could probably stick on paper, but, you know, what's the fun in that? So I'm going to try it. When I make a journal cover out of fabric and it's not fantastic fabric and it needs a little something, then I have a little something. So I have some lemons. Yes, very nice for summer. And then some more orchard stuff like, these are plums. Are these plums? Plums and apples. More for fall. They were just 50 cents. Yes, and they're from Germany. If you are from Germany, you know about these. Oh, made in Holland. They're made in Holland, but they were for Germany. There you go. There you go. Was that it for... No, another item. I found a gift box. Now, you might recognize this because long time ago... Let me make some room, loves. A long time ago, I found a similar one. This one. A baby one. Yes, and I use this to store beautiful ephemera in. It's on display somewhere in my craft room. So now I have a mama and a baby one. It was just 40 cents. I also have a video on how to, well, I have 2 videos on how to sort of completely decorate the box. Because I had another one in this size, but with a different print on it. I just took out the ribbon and then decorated it with papers and put in a new ribbon. And also that's also filled with stuff, but it's very heavy. I'm going to keep it where it is. So I found a lovely gift box that I'm going to use to store ephemera. And this might even be big enough. It is to put in my stamp sets. Yeah. How about the Tim Holtz ones? You want to talk a little bit about Tim Holtz? Yes, you want to tell me I was right? Yes, Tim Holtz ones also fit in here. Yes, yeah, I've seen Mr. Tim Holtz yesterday. I think it's sold out already everywhere. I'm hoping to get my hands on some of them. Yes, I told you guys he's going to re-release his paper pads. And I think they're amazing. Fortunately, I already have 4 of the designs. I'm missing Abandoned and Correspondence. And all the 8x8s. So I'm going to try to get my hands on all the 8x8s. And the Correspondence one and... What was the other one? Abandoned. I didn't think I would love Abandoned. I was looking at it. It's very bright. It's very out there. But then he was showing all the pages and I was like, oh my gosh, I need it. Yes, I need it. I need it. Well done, Mr. Holt. Yes. Thank you so much for re-releasing them. Was that it for office supplies? Yeah. I'm going to keep the books for last. I actually went to 2 thrift shops. One of them was, well, my all-time favorite. And one of them was recommended to me by a friend. But it is more like an antique vintage shop than a thrift shop. But I found some lovely items. I found 4 items. It's like a big sort of warehouse thing. It's in Delft. If you want to visit, if you're Dutchy. Delft, Staalweg 1. Yeah, it's a big one. And yeah, it's all over the place. It's actually all over the place. But it's more like antique and brocante and vintage. Not a lot of paper stuff. But I found some lovely items. A lovely tin that I don't already have. It's an antique. I've seen it somewhere, but I've never bought it. Especially not for €1. It was just €1. I didn't even open it up. Does it open up? It does. Oh my gosh, look at that. And it actually oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's almost gone. It has this sort of this velvet on the inside. And then it has this. Oh my gosh. Well, you're even lovelier than I thought. Someone had tobacco in here. For sure. Now it needs to be on display, open with some lovely items in there. Yeah, do not know what yet. Oh my gosh, for just €1. Surprise, surprise. Love it. Okay, and then I found this is actually an ashtray. I do not promote smoking at all. Yes, I am definitely anti-smoking. But it has a image of an old newspaper. It does have a date in the corner here. It's July 15th on a Saturday. But I cannot make out the date. Now, it also has here, America is angry about some of the things that Jane Fonda says. Well, that's definitely 60s, late 60s. So I'm guessing this is, well, the newspaper image is from the late 60s. This is probably not from the late 60s. It was €1, and I'm going to have it as a trinket dish. Like, you know, I also have this as a trinket dish on my desk. I think it's just lovely. It's just lovely. Okay, then for a paper, yes, I found a paper item. Oh my gosh, yes. It's a big envelope with this on the back. It is vintage for sure. It's not really antique, but almost antique. I just paid €1.50 for it. I would have paid €1.50 for this alone. It is from a photographer, Hans van der Meulen, in The Hague. And there were also 2 of these inside. Photographs? Yes, photographs. Now, mind you, loves, these are not the most prettiest people that I'm going to show you. Again, with the advertisement on it of the photographer and where he is. And then with the lovely spiderweb vellum. That is probably maybe actually the same as it was. And then, let me show the other one first, because this is the more formal one. The more formal one. There you go. Well, I'm very happy they found each other. She's a tiny little thing, right? She's like a tiny little thing. I'm guessing, looking at sort of the fashion and what he's wearing, this is around World War II. Or just right after. That is my guess. So late 40s, I think late 40s, maybe early 50s. There's no other, doesn't have a date on it or who these people are, and And then there's another one. They did some lovely photography in a garden. Look how tiny she is. She's just the tiniest one. Yeah. So, well, you know how I am with weddings and photographs and lovely vintage paper. So for €1.50, I thought this was a steal. And then I found this. My husband's like, are you buying games? This is not a game, my love. No, this is actually sort of an advertisement piece. I'm going to show you the back real quick. Hopefully that'll work, because I don't want everything to fall out. Because you can stand it up. See, this sort of, so you can stand it up on its feet. And it's very old, has loads of boo-boo tapes. And it's actually spools. With, oh, I didn't even see the numbers. No, last time I saw it was like this. It has the numbers of the colors on here. Isn't that cool? Can you see? And then some of these were even in the plastic. And they're wooden spools, and I love the advertisement pieces on the ends. And I have some that are empty. There were 2 plastic ones in them. I just think this is awesome to find in this sort of condition with the packaging. Isn't that just fantastic? No, I don't have, well, I do have a sewing machine that I don't use. You could use it. Well, it's still thread. You could use it, but I just love the idea of it. These are different. These are bigger. Oh, look at the advertising piece. Gorgeous, right? Yes. So with the box and all of these, look. All the boo-boo tapes. I just paid €2 for it, which is an absolute steal. An absolute steal. And I love it. So these are the items that I found in Delft. Staalweg. 1. Yes, go visit it. Not sponsored. I'll most likely not go back anytime soon, because I don't think they have a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, you spilled. That I could use in junk journaling. And well, I have enough tins. Let's be honest, I have enough tins. Now, in my favorite thrift shop, I also found some really beautiful, more vintagey antique items. Let me show you. They had a couple of these sort of cigar boxes that are lovely by themselves. These are not tins. These are made from cardboard or what have you. And they were 50 cents. What I did not know is that they were actually filled with cigar bands. Now, I have a huge collection of cigar bands already, so basically don't need any. But I was like, oh my gosh, just 50 cents? So I took the ones that are most, well, special to me. These are all with sleds for some reason. Yes, I don't really know. And some people from Belgium, I don't know. Oh, with postage. Oh, these are actually postage stamps. Look at those. Oh, that's cool. Didn't even know this. So those were amazing. Yes. And then I found another one with birds. I have not found the birds. Oh, look at the butterflies. It said birds on it. Well, they're sort of birds. They're actually butterflies, not birds at all. Yes, and some different ones. But I do love these. Cute, right? Oh my gosh, look at the inside. Yes, it's Puss in Boots. It's called Puss in Boots. De Gelaarste Kat. Was there something on the inside here? Oh, and they were just 50 cents. Great, right? I also found a couple of small books. Now, I paid 50 cents for this. I think it's I don't know, guys, because I cannot read it. It's sort of a prayer book. It is religious. Yes, it says 1984. Now, I did not recognize the writing at all, so I Googled it. It's actually Aramaic. Aramaic, which is the language of Jesus. Jesus spoke this language, so that honestly makes it very special to me because, I love Jesus a lot. And it's just beautiful. It's just, I don't know what it says. Well, it's probably something from the Bible, right? So I'm gonna look up what it's about. Yes, because I have a translating tool. Bloop, click, and then I can translate it. Yes, oh, it does say Armenian. Yeah, so I could have also looked at the back. Aramaic. Pretty, very pretty. Then I found this. I was excited because this is actually Juliana, my favorite queen of all time. She's no longer with us, of course, because she would have been 200 years old. And this is a little book that was made because she turned 18. This is her when she turned 18. Isn't she just the prettiest? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So it's a very old one. From 1927. Now it has some of these sort of images in there. Not a lot, just a couple of them. Look at her. She looks so much like one of my nieces. It's like uncanny. Picking out a Christmas tree. And it's beautiful old paper. Now, oh, look at her. Chubby little baby. I'll probably, that's her mom and dad. This is Wilhelmina and her dad. Don't know his name. I'm sorry. But he died when he was very, very young. When she was very, very young. And there's also a picture with her and her grandma. And that queen was called Emma. Queen Emma. Yeah. I am not going to cut into this because I collect memorabilia of this lovely princess and queen, and it was just 50 cents. There you go. Then I found 3 of these notebooks from Diane Coster. I have not found a date. Now it's not antique, but it's vintage for sure, and I can tell by the covers. And look at this. This is a Denison label for sure. We don't use this in school now, and they're all from the same person. This even has some sort of protective paper. Look at the boo tape all around it. And they were just 10 cents or 20 cents. With lovely handwriting. And this is from school. This is about history. She had one on history. This is history. Well, it's old. All of them are history. But some of them have some drawings. She did some drawings. Well, or pictures in them. And I thought they were really, really interesting. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you're an artist, love. Yeah. With some furniture. And then a fold-out thingy. I think this is from someone who, you know, in school, that's probably no longer with us. But I just love it. Thank you so much, Diane, for leaving this for me. So yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Then the last piece, not really vintage or antique, but it was with like the collectibles. Oh my gosh, I just paid €1.50 for this. It is an album with postcards. The album is also already a little bit older, but it's postcards made with these very small, thin layers of wood, or I don't know how you call it. It says here veneerwerk. I don't know, but I love them. It's old postcards, handmade cards with all of these. And they're so, so pretty. Aren't these amazing? Yeah, and I can actually use most of them. Well, the fronts, they're glued in. I'm going to try to, you know, take some of them out if I'm going to use them. Most of them are sort of Christmas related, but that's quite all right. That's quite all right, yes. Or, well, Easter or harvest. Look at the details. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the details. Yeah. I could never make these, but it's a complete album. I could just cut this off and then use this in a journal as a card. Look at that. Just pretty, right? So a complete album. Well, almost complete. And there were some ones that were loose. Well, the same ones, but I love them. Yeah. I have a couple of empty pages in the back. Just a piece of paper. See that? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I thought, great find and a steal. For €1.50, I would have paid this for the album alone. And of course, I also found some books. I bought some books, not for me, for a lovely friend that you probably all know. I bought some books for Sophie. Sophie is coming over in a couple of weeks to the Netherlands. Yeah, we're going to have a lovely weekend. And she's bringing some stuff for me, so I'm collecting some stuff for her. And these are just some classics that I found that she probably cannot find in France. I'm hoping she'll like them. She probably does. An antique one. Well, it's almost an antique. This is a beautiful classic one. It has these in them. I already have 2 or 3 copies of these. And sometimes you can pay up for them. And this is actually in a very good condition. I just paid 50 cents for it. Sophie, I just paid 50 cents for it. But this is actually a must-have if you're from the Netherlands. Well, this was actually from 1977, but I have copies of this that are way, way older. That's why it's in such good condition, because this one is from 77. Yes, lovely. And then 2 books by Leonard de Vries, my favorite author or collector, because he doesn't write a thing. Yeah, this one. Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love these images in here. Look at those. It's so beautiful. One of my favorite ones. Yes, this is one of my favorite books by this author. It has sort of children's stories or some images. Cool, right? Yeah, I'm going to show you another book a little bit later on that has the same images. Some of them in a different book. Odd. Okay, so this one, and then also it's very similar. These go together very well, but this is more black and white, all black and white stuff. But it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And they were cheap. Well, these are in color. It's an alphabet thingy. Yeah, so I'm hoping Sophie will like it. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I paid €1.50 for this one and €2 for this one, which is actually a good price for a Leonard de Vries book. So these are going into your... I have a big box. I'm filling a big box for her. So, yes, I had an excuse to buy them. Yeah. But I also have some for myself. All these books I don't have already. So, newer ones that I don't own. So, that's cool. This is the small book that I was talking about just a minute ago, with the same type of illustrations in them, but then on completely different paper. So some of them are this. I know this image is in one of the books for sure. I have so many of these, you know, these other ones that I just recognize the images. Yeah, cool, right? Yeah. Really cool. So a small one, and I don't own this. Yeah, this image. I know this image. 50 cents. There you go. Then let's keep the big books for later. Big books for later. Yep. Nature books about plants. Guess what? Don't have this one. With the dust cover. And it has these lovely images in them. It's a little bit glossy paper that I don't really enjoy. But if you just fussy cut them, it looks way better. It looks way better. And I really love the illustrations. Now, I hardly ever pick up books that have photographs in them, photographed images. I don't like them. I only pick them up if they're a photograph that looks like, Tim Holtz people. Or the book has illustrations and photographs. But hopefully lovely illustrations then. But these are all illustrated. It looks rather new. And I paid 50 cents for this. This is an older one. 25 cents. This was with the antique books or the older books. Yes. What sort of a tree is this? Well, it's a willow. A weeping willow. I don't know. I'm not a tree connoisseur. From when was this? 1957. There you go. So it has... Oh, it also has photographs. Does it? Oh, it's of wood. Okay. Did not even see this. But lovely pen drawings, images of trees. Yes. And I also love this. And this all goes sort of landscape. And I think that's really cool because you can take them out, fold them in, have them as small pages. I don't know. I don't have this book yet. And for 25 cents, there you go. You come home with me. Then I have this. I already have a couple of these, but most of them have photographs on the inside. Then the first one is like an illustration and the rest all photographs. And I still pick them up because I think it's just interesting. It's like a fan. Yes, with, birds. But all of these are illustrations. Look at that. Never seen this one. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Really like them. Now, you can use them as cards. I need to figure out a way to open it up. Use them as cards or fussy cut them. And on the back is some information about the birds themselves. Also, my gosh, guys, it was 30 cents. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I would have paid up for this one. With the plastic. So if you're a bird watcher, you took this into your bag and with your binoculars and I don't know. Okay, for the big books. Webster's Dictionary, which is a big thing here in the Netherlands if you find this. Yeah, it's American, right? Is Webster's Dictionary American? I think so. Now, I have another sort of copy, a taller one, with beautiful thin paper that I use all the time. I really, really like it. Or was that the Britannica? I don't know. Not Dutch. I love this one because, look, yes. Love that. It's the alphabet on here. Yeah. And it has speckled whatever. It has the dust cover. So, yeah. It's actually in pretty good condition. When was this from? I did see a date. 1979, so true vintage. That's what they call true vintage. And it's not just a dictionary. It also has some of these lovely small images in them. A little bit like Le Petit Larousse, the French one. So it's very different. It's more like an encyclopedia than a dictionary. I don't know. It's a two-in-one. I think it's awesome. First off, to find this in the Netherlands in such a okay condition with the dust cover and everything intact, and then to pay 30 cents for it. What? Yeah. Thank you. I don't know who was pricing the stuff at that day, but I love you. So, fantastic book. Then another one that I don't own yet. Well, not in this size. So I had a quick look in my bookcases. Obviously, I cannot find it now until I just put all the stuff away. And then miraculously, there it is. I think I have this in a way smaller size, or at least something very similar. It is actually a book about poetry. I think the poet is Dutch, Guido Gezelle, because I think he's sort of famous. An older one, yes. I think all his poetry is about our Lord. So I love those. And the title of the book, How Quiet It Is. But I mainly bought it for the beautiful illustrations. The cover alone is just a gem. It's a gem, yeah. It's a big book, but it's not very, very thick. It's from 1981, I believe, or something like it. It's beautiful paper. It says here $4.50. If you can buy it for $4.50, I would buy it. Yeah, I just paid €1 for it. Yeah, and it is from 1981. Yes, I don't know. But it's very heavy, thick paper. Very thick paper, matte. It has all sorts of handwriting and, of course, these amazing illustrations. And then the poetry itself. Look at this. It just jumps off the page. It's so beautiful, guys. I mainly bought it for these illustrations. And then lovely handwriting, pieces of poetry. So it really reminds me of Edith Holden or Henry Terry or something similar. And they're just beautiful. They're just, oh my gosh, amazing. I don't know the illustrator. I need to find out who the illustrator is. It's not Marjolein Bastin, definitely not, but it's sort of in the same genre. Look at that. Just most likely that's his handwriting. Aren't these just beautiful? And the pages are so heavy. And I think there's different sort of fonts handwriting in here. Look at that. Unfortunately, it is like not on a page that you can take out and, you know, page here. Different signature, which is a shame. But they're beautiful, right? Look at that. Yes. They're rather big. Yeah, I know. So they won't fit into a journal. But this, if you fussy cut this, put it on a journal cover. Oh my gosh, just glorious. I've never seen it. I'm for sure the small book that I have doesn't have all these beautiful ones in there. But I think I have one. Oh, look at that. Crocuses. We have loads now. Crocuses. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. So it says this on the side. Now, I think I've seen it before. But I know he's a poet. And I'm like, I do not need a book about poetry. Well, you need this book. For sure. Another book that you really need is this one. Never seen it. In love with it. It is a newer one. It's called Remarkable Maps. Remarkable Maps. I only paid €2 for it, which is an absolute steal. I think you probably can still get it. Let me show you the ISBN number just in case. You know, pause the video, write it down. Yeah, just in case you want it. It's fantastic. I'm going to go through it, guys. €3.70. Well, that would have been a steal as well. It has, of course, as the title says, amazing maps, remarkable maps. And it starts with the early maps that I don't really care for. But then cartography. Yes, now we're talking. The only thing, it is glossy paper. That's the only thing that I don't like. But a couple of weeks ago, I made a journal with the book Here Comes the Train. Sort of the same paper. And if you just cut it out, it will work. But the cards in here, oh my gosh, they're just fantastic. Look at that. Britannia. Britannia. I think they're amazing. And it's completely filled with these sorts of maps and illustrations. Look at that. Look. Some are a little more modern. Look at that. United States and Canada. The railroad. What have you. So, yeah, for a travel journal. A nautical journal. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just love it. I've seen some of this on Mr. Holtz's paper as well. See, these are a little bit more modern, but still just fantastic. Just fantastic. So loads of older ones and some newer ones. And then some of these advertisement pieces. Don't you think it's fantastic? Or is it just me? Or are you like, oh yeah, look at that. Japan. Love, 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 love it. So I've never seen the book. I'm gonna look for it now because, I want to cut in it. So I need more. That is amazing, right? Yes. So remarkable maps. Fantastic. I'm quickly gonna take out this book. Found this book, never seen it. I loved the cover. It says La Vie Parisienne, like, life of a lady in Paris. I opened it up very quickly. I was like, oh yes, that's cute. Here's the problem. I'm gonna show you one or two images because the images in there are a little bit risque. It is. I'm gonna show you one that I can show you that doesn't have sort of naked ladies on them. Or less naked ladies. I'm gonna show you these ones. I was just like, oh my gosh, beautiful images. Yes, older ones. And there are a couple in them that do not have naked ladies on them, but there are images of naked ladies in here. So yeah, that I'm probably not gonna use because that's just not me. But I love the cover. I just paid 50 cents for it. It's a huge cover, so I'm not gonna use it as is. I think I'm just gonna, use this as a cover because I absolutely love this. Or at one point, use this and maybe take out some images that I can use. So no naked ladies. Was that it? That's it, guys. Yes, I hope you enjoyed it. I really liked it. I did not visit my favorite shop in a couple of weeks, so they had some very interesting items. If you go there every week, well, not so much. I'll be back again tomorrow with another mask make project. Yes, I can already tell you. It has something to do with gingham. I love gingham. I do. Yeah. So I'm hoping you can join me tomorrow for some lovely mask making. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, lovies, and I'll see you then. Bye.